Hey, what's going on, you guys? AK40 Kevin here in the gamer heaven. This is going to be a short and sweet tutorial video. This is for a subscriber. So this is inside the Razer Synapse 3 app. I'm all up to date with my drivers and all that good shit. That's step one. Select your Razer Nari Ultimates, and I'll go through all my settings here. Start over here in sound, which is the far left tab. I always have mine in surround sound. It defaults to stereo every time you pop it up, but it does have surround enabled. This is just a test mode. I'll show you guys where to actually activate surround sound mode, which is a simulated 7.1 surround sound. And it really does give you really good situational awareness. For only being stereo, because it has two drivers, you do get simulated surround sound from it, which is really cool. So over here in the mixer tab, this is THX spatial audio. That is the surround sound. I keep it turned on, and then you can select separate applications. So, you know, any games you like to play a lot, I usually keep like my default as surround sound, obviously, and you can calibrate it to make sure you're getting a nice even spread of sound. Over here in Enhancements, I keep bass boost off because there's already pretty good bass from these speakers. They're very realistic, very good dynamic range, so you don't need pumped in artificial bass, in my opinion. Sound normalization, I also turn that down. What that does is any loud sounds you get, explosions, gunshots, will be kind of turned down, and then, you know, things like vocals will be pumped up. But honestly, I like it to be immersive and realistic, to where gunshots are kind of jarring and make you jump because it's loud as fuck. Voice clarity, honestly, you can hear the voices just fine. This kind of increases the mids to treble range, the normal vocal range for humans. I just leave that off. Haptic intensity, one of the coolest features of these headphones is that they have basic vibration haptic motors in them, so you get, you know, vibration from gunshots, explosions, etc., and it actually will be separately on each ear. So if you have gunshots off to your left and you can't necessarily tell it's from your left, it'll be, you know, throbbing on your left side, and you'll kind of get an indication of that. I usually keep it at 40 or 50, no higher, no less, or else you're getting no... you know, anything above 50 is insane, to where all sounds are vibrating for no reason. Anything below, you're not really taking advantage of the feature. If you do want to save battery life because you're almost dead, turn off the RGB lights and turn off haptic intensity, and that will stretch out your time. Now, Equalizer, this is specifically what he asked for. I do keep it in game mode most of the time. I have made a custom one in the past, but I feel like game, honestly... it's the best. The mids, I mean, already pretty accurate. They may look flat here because they are, but it's not bad. You basically want your low end and your high end a little bit more punchy, if you will. So, you know, there's your answer right there. I generally use game. As for mic, I don't use the internal mic except for on my PS4. Obviously, at my computer, I use my boom. Goddamn... stupid green screen fucking thing. Okay, I use my my USB condenser mic, which is on a boom arm. If I'm playing with these on PS4, which I do as well, I keep the mic volume at about 75, so I don't have to talk too loud. You know, if somebody's sleeping in my house or whatever, and I'm not yelling at the top of my lungs at night. Mic sensitivity, I just leave that default at 50. Side tone, about 73 to 75. And that basically lets you monitor your voice, so you can hear if you're talking loudly or anything. So, side tone here, I generally just leave that off most of the time, unless I'm trying to monitor my voice. Enhancements, I leave all of these off. Normalization basically tries to use software in order to normalize everything, i.e. very quiet noises get boosted, loud noises get reduced or nerfed, if you will. Ambient noise reduction, so if you have like a fan going on in the background, or, you know, the clicking of your keyboard, or, you know, if you have a clicky paddle controller like a scuff, ambient noise can actually cut out a lot of that background noise, but I just leave it off. Never had any complaints from my chat or anything like that. Vocal clarity, again, I just leave it off. I feel like all the defaults are very natural, and, you know, when you add all these effects, it's a very artificial, pumped in, simulated sound, and I just not about that life. Brightness, lighting, you guys probably don't give a shit about that, but I do leave the RGB off nowadays, unless I'm doing some kind of cool photo shoot or demo where I want my lights flickering with my keyboard all coordinated and shit. But honestly, leave it off, saves battery life and whatnot. And then power, I of course leave it on, and I want it to turn off after the very shortest amount of time without being used. So save that juice. All right, man, hopefully this was informative and helpful for you. Peace.